And today you're going to see how I put in a 2-inch dust extraction system alongside my 4-inch dust extraction system. The 2-inch one works great, guys. It's got a unique bin setup and a rubbish bin underneath with a sliding lid. Get rid of all the sawdust. Works great, guys. Come on a journey and you see exactly how I made my system. The big cleanup has begun. The glamorous side of woodworking. I might have been roll out the red carpet for the dust. Yeah, sure. Anyway, it has to be done. So I'm glad I took on the job. But you get into such a mess when you start these jobs that you never think you're going to get out of it. But I'm determined to keep at it, and I'm determined to do the best I can to get this shop dust free. So the first job is to clean it all up, and that's what I'm doing today, guys. I've cleaned up this corner of the shop. Look at me, I'm a mess and a half. Damn, that was a dusty job. But this corner's all cleaned up now, so I'm going to work on this corner. I'm going to paint all the wooden structure white, so the dust will slide off easy. Also, I've given another coat on the walls. I've got a couple of little adjustments to make to the hose reel here. And also, I'm taking all the pipework off to the sander, so I've got to redo that again. One thing always leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. So where do you stop? So I've decided I'll do this corner first, and then I'll move over to the miter saw station, or the other corner. I'll do the 4 corners, and we'll see how that goes. But you can't do it all once. It's just bloody impossible. Plus I'm in a mess and a half here. Look at that, guys. I'm in a mess and a half. Guys, look, I've got a coat of paint on everything. It's come up great, very fresh, very fresh. I've taken down a lot of the pipe work for the big dust extractor, and I'll put that up later. But now we've got to make the dust extraction for the small machines. This is how it's going to look. At the top, we've got a cyclone, and then we've got a collection bin underneath with a perspex face, so I can see how much dust is in there. And then a sliding gate that I pull out, the rubbish bin underneath. So the dust will fall from the bin into the rubbish bin, and I just take the liner out and put in the rubbish. Perfect. That's the chop back, which I'm going to put in a vented box to cut down the noise, and we'll see how it goes. Just cutting the box for the chop back now, and docking it to length. And assembling it, but I'm stuffed up here. The centre shelf has to have a cutout first, so I had to take that out. There you go, got it all out now, and doing the cutout. And cutting the miters on the big infills at the bottom, and assembling the bottom section. Getting in there, my new dust putting in the runner for the sliding lid. With a sliding lid. Look at that, guys, it just slides in and out. I've cut the angle side so the sawdust falls into the hole, and I've got the bin underneath. Put a stopper on the sliding lid now, so I'm not going all the way in. And then I'll put a couple of backs on it, paint it up, and put the perspex on the front. And put the cyclone on top. And then we're there, I think. It's not bad for something I made up on the run, is it? I think it might work quite well, actually, quite well. The first part of the small dust extraction system is almost finished. I've got the cyclone on top, and the dust collector with a perspex face, so I can see exactly how much dust is in there. A sliding lid that just slides out, and it falls into the bin, which I'll put a liner in the bin. I'll just fall into the bin, wrap it up, take it out. How easy is that, guys? How easy is that? I've never seen another one like this on YouTube, and this is where it's going to live. Very tight fit, as you see. I've got my big dust collector at the back. I'm going to make a baffled box that I can put my shop back in, so I'll cut down the noise and that will go into this one. And you like the blue and white? Matches my shirt. Look at that. Very nice, isn't it? That's my artistic side coming out. Yay. I've got all the new 4-inch pipework done to the buzzer now and to the sander. Come on, great. So now we have to concentrate on the shop vac. But it's a noisy little bastard, and I'm going to put it in a box with a baffle underneath to let the air escape. And we'll see how that works. Alright, that's the blast gate for the new buzzer. Come on, well done, look at that. And that's all the new pipework to the sander. I made the box for the dust extractor unit. I put the baffles in underneath. The air can go in and out around the maze there, and the noise will get trapped, I hope. And this is the top of the baffles. So that will go in there like that. I've got a 100mm gap at the back to suck the air down into the maze. So I think that will work. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll put it back on it now. I'll put a door on it, and then paint it up and finish. I finish the shop vac box with the flue in it. So great. I turn it on so you can hear the noise of the shop vac when the door is open and when the door is closed. That's the door open. That's the door closed. Big difference, guys, big difference. Door open, door closed. See, the air's coming out alright. Come on, well, gotta paint it up now and install it and we're done. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And I've stuffed up a bit here. I've used a small vacuum cleaner here as the power source for the 2-inch dust extraction system, but it's just not powerful enough. The hose is only about 1.25 inches, so I needed a more powerful vacuum cleaner, which I have right here. I've got a bigger Ryobi. I should have used that in the first place, but me being me, it just didn't register. So, and that's got a much bigger hose. That's got almost a 2-inch hose, so this will work a lot better. The second thing I stuffed up is the 2-inch hose that I'm going to use so I can vacuum all the workshop out. It only comes with 3 metre lengths. A great hose, but it only comes with 3 metre lengths, so I was going to join 3 pieces together. But it's so heavy, dragging it around the shop would be a bloody nightmare. So I've gone for this one, which is a lightweight 2-inch hose, and it comes in 15 metre length, which is great. So I can do it all in one run, and I'm not going to lose any pressure. But the second thing I stuffed up is the piping to this original hose, which I'll show you now. I think I'm going to use the same configuration of pipe work, but I'll just extend the lightweight 2-inch pipe in one section, so there's no joints. But I've got enough length now, so I'll do that. As I said, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We've got the big 4-inch dust extraction system going all the way to all my big tools. And the 2-inch dust extraction system going to the hose that I can vacuum all the chop with, and also to the dado head saw. So, I'll show you how it works now. I'll start with the dado head. Keep an eye on the box here. Okay, these are the blast gates. So I'll just turn on the dado head one, turn off the vacuum cleaner one. Houston, we have a problem. The collection bin isn't working as it should. There's more sawdust in the vacuum cleaner than in the bin. So, what's happening? I think this cyclone creates a vortex going all the way around, and then when it hits the square box, it muddles everything up, and then the sawdust gets sucked up. I think I've got to make the box round. I think it's going to help a lot. So, I'm going to take the perspex off if I can with the silicone on. I've got some bendy ply, some 6mm bendy ply I think that I can wrap around to make a circle in there I think. So we'll do that and we'll see how we go. Let me know in the comments if you guys got any other suggestions. But I think that's the only thing I can think of. But every other cyclone and collection bin has been round. The big one next to it's round, and that works really well. Okay guys, I've taken the face off the box and cleaned it out. I've got some what I call 6mm bendy ply. It's a ply specially made for bending. We used to use it in the shop fitting industry all the time. It just bends in on itself. It will bend whichever way you want it to bend. It has got a limit. You can break it, but it's bloody good stuff. Look at that, guys. I bet you can't do that with a normal bit of ply. I've got it in, but I ain't going to get it out again unless I destroy it, I think. So that's pretty good. It worked out quite well. I put a bit of pine each end to make like a circle, and we'll see how that goes. Another change of plans. I'm going to take the hose that I've got going up over the roof off, and I'm going to relocate the box to the other side of the sander. That way the hose is all on one level and it doesn't have to lift the sawdust up that high. The next thing I'm going to do is change the filter in the vacuum cleaner to a HEPA filter, but the filter was getting blocked, and that's what was caused the loss of suction. And I've got a couple of bags, the vacuum cleaner. 26 bucks for 2 bags, guys. 26 bucks, $13 each. Damn expensive. I've done all I can. I'll just test it out, but this is all I can do. Here's the sawdust we're going to pick up. I'm finished, I can't do any more. Am I pleased with it? I'm reasonably pleased with it. I think the main, one of the main hindering factors is that the length of the hose is about 12 metres now. I cut a bit of it off. But I wanted to go all the way to the other end of the shop so I can vacuum. Trying to suck dust through a 2-inch hose with a Ryobi vacuum cleaner for 12 metres, it still works, it works all right. It could have been a bit better, but that's how it is, I got to live with it. As far as the box goes, I think it's going to be all right. I've got a bag in the vacuum cleaner now, and also a HEPA filter. So any dust that doesn't get caught in the bin will go into the bag. So it's a win-win situation. I think once I get used to it, it'll be all right. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel from Woodworking with Dash, and I've been on a mission. I've been on a mission, guy, to update my shed to make it as dust-free as what I can. And I've done a lot of work here, and I'll show you around and we'll see how we went. Look at that, guys, new monitor station with some art above it, new pen station, all nice and clean. Came out great, guys. A lot of work though, a lot of work. We'll start in the sanding corner. I've made a few upgrades here. I've changed the top of the dust extractor that handles the sander to a canister. So that's much better than a bag. And I've found a place for my battery operated compressor and my battery operated saw, which can sit on top of the CNC machine. It used to have clamps, but I've got a dedicated clamp rack on the other side of the shop now. Also, guys, I've got a wand for vacuuming the floor and for picking up all the dust, with a 4-inch hose in it, with a dedicated pipe going all the way around to my big duster collector. This works great, guys. I'll show you how it works. Bandsaw corner now. I've re-piped all the back of the bandsaw so it collects all the dust. I've put a new top on my assembly table, and I've cleaned up the whole work area. And this is how it's going to stay. And if you believe that, big fly. But I'm going to really try to make this, to keep this as clean as what it is now. I've also shifted the metal drill over to this side of the shop, so that works good too. Hello, I'm at the back of the bandsaw here. This is where my cramp rack is. I've got a brand new cramp rack here to hold all my cramps. I have the charging station for the batteries and battery chargers. So each charger's got its own spot and a spot for the batteries. So the batteries don't have to be kept plugged in all the time. They can sit on the shelves or they can be in the chargers. This works great, guys. One of the biggest updates I made to my shed in my brand new mortar station area. I've got 27 drawers up here to hold all my screws and my odds and ends, which work well, all lasered with the names and numbers in there, so I know exactly what I'm looking at. Made 2 wings for the miter saw station that just slide out, so I can turn the miter saw onto different angles, and that helps with the dust collection. As you know, dust collection in miter saws are very, very tricky thing to do. My solution to the dust problem of the miter saw is to get 4 little boxes at the back. If I had one big box, I wouldn't be able to get it out. So I got 4 little trays at the back to collect the dust. I'll just vacuum up anything that's residual. But this works quite well too. And I've got some artwork up on the wall there. There you know, I'm a bit of an artist too. So I've got some artwork up on the wall. So this works quite well, guys. This is my pen turning station. I want to start turning some pens this year. I was shown how to turn a pen by Chris from Built with Chris. Great channel, go check him out, guys. I've made an overhead so it can hold all the pen blanks, and some trays to hold all the innards for the pens. And I've got my small lathe here, so I'm all ready to go. So on my pen making adventure, which should be great, guys, should be great. Then this end of the shop, behind the big dust extractor, I've got the 2-inch system for collecting dust. So this is it here, and it's plugged into the 4-inch system. I've reduced it down to 2 inches. I did have it into my shop vac system, but it just wasn't powerful enough. The hose was just too long. So I piped it into the big system, so this works well too. So I've got the big one for the big dust down that end of the shop, and the small one for the smaller dust down this end of the shop. And it was going to work well, guys, because it's just easy to do. If I've just got to turn it on and use it, I'll use it. But if I got to set everything up and use it, you know what it's like. Yeah, I won't use it. All right, so that works well. And there's a box to keep the hose in, so everything works well here. I've also got the dust extraction to the small machines. This does go into the chop vac system, and that's for the dado head saw and the small battery operated DeWalt saw. That works really well too, guys. So I can just move it around as I like, and that's all plumbed in. This is my big dust extraction system. I've got the 4-inch pipe going into a cyclone, into a bin. I've got the 2-inch pipe going into a cyclone, into a collection bin. This works, it's not bad. It's not really that powerful enough, but it works to an extent. And this is the 2-inch system. So I've got a blast gauge for each machine. Blue pipe down here is for the extraction system for the laser. A 6-inch pipe for all the smoke to go out the door. Everything is basically under control here. I'm never going to make my shop completely dust free. I know that. This is the way I work. But this is as good as what I can get it. I've also put in an air filtration system I've had for a while now, and that does work well too. Thanks for joining me today on my shed update tour. It's been a long endeavour, guys. It's taken me over months to do this. So I've basically got it done now. Now I can get back to work. This year's going to be a different direction for my channel. I'm not going to do as many boxes as what I've been doing. I'm going to start to do some other things. Might do a bit of art, might do a bit of furniture making. I'll just play it by ear and see what the year brings, guys. See what the year brings. Alright guys, thanks for joining me today, and stay tuned. I've got some big news coming up very soon in the next video. Some very big news if you live in Melbourne. I will see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for joining me today, guys. See ya.